Okay, let us see what is going to come out from the Animal Oracle for you guys. I can feel a little bit of, with these two cards that have come out on the side, some readers take that as being, something that crosses the situation or causes a blockage of some sort. You can also take it as being a perspective of not fully having manifested yet. It's still coming in because it's coming in on the horizontal, so it's neither upright or the other way. But you've got a couple of reversals in that first row as well. This is for Taurus. And of course, hey guys, we're coming into your birthday month, so I hope that May does treat you well. A lot of you might really go within or, seek to feel, what is this whole event delivering for you? Where is it taking you on your next step? And because this is coming around your birthday time, when to be fair, there's a lot of intensity on the planet regards this event, the virus situation, you guys might actually really be pondering, what is this all about? Where do I head from here? Especially as it is your birthday time, because those energies around our birthday do create that sort of thought perspective. And especially for some of you who are moving into a new decade with a birthday, this could be something that's on your mind a lot and could actually help propel you in a certain direction around the choices you make as you move forward. Well, we didn't get our jumper out of the deck, so we will pick one for you. Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life, and I'll pick you another one as well. Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. It's beautiful, and I think there's a lot of dogs around the planet at the moment who are doing particularly well with having their owners at home and spending more time with them, perhaps even walking them and exercising them more. So if we come to this first column down here, this is the health column, and we have the 9 of Cups, or the 9 of Summer. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. So if this has come out in your health sector and it was the first card that came, it seems to bode as though things could be doing quite well health-wise. And as I say, it's coming up to your birthday. Some of you may be focusing on readjusting things, or a wish is coming true in terms of your health, or you've uplifted a new dynamic or perspective or modality around staying healthy or becoming healthy or being healthy. And this could include many different aspects. Remember, health is related to physical, emotional, mental and spiritual. We had the King of Swords upside down, and then the Two of Wands as well. So the King of Swords could very well be a person, like an air sign person around you, who may be creating a little bit of angst at this time. So it could be a close family member or partner, like a close love partner. It could even be someone from work. So if you are involved in an air sign person, it could be an air sign rising as well. They could be a little bit out of sorts themselves and be causing a little bit of disruptive energy. The air sign person or people can use the mind or words, especially if they are agitated or feeling aggrieved or things aren't going so well for them. They can become quite vitriolic in terms of how they speak and what they say. So if this person is around you, it could be affecting your health or your emotions, or you might be concerned for a person who's an air sign person who is going through a lot of their own health issues, and because of the state of everything at the moment, they could be mental health issues. So something to ponder about for you guys there. We then see the Two of Wands, and this is normally creative and often associated with work. So again, I'm wondering if it somehow is tied up to career or job realm here in terms of the health prospect. But remember, the first card out was the 9 of Cups, which is the wishes come true. So maybe you're wishing for something to be resolved with this person or situation, which in turn could be a relief for you, which could be a health bonus or benefit, or move you into a new health modality. So somehow these could all be interweaved together and produce for you an outcome that you are actually looking for, but somehow it could involve this type of person, their attitude or behaviour. Perhaps they are required to change, or they do change, or maybe this person is someone you've been hoping some sort of input or help could come their way in terms of a health matter, and that it's coming. Now the Two of Wands again is a big card of balance, and since it's upside down, it's still pointing to me that things could be a little bit out of balance, and perhaps with these other people in your life, perhaps they need rebalancing. We come to this, which has fallen into your health sector, and it's the Ace of Coins, which is more often to do with career or financial prospectus as well. However, the aces are always fortuitous. These two cards are very fortuitous. A lot of people would love to have seen them turn up in a reading. So I'm still feeling as though there is positivity in this health sector of yours. Now, given that this is an ace and it's pentacles, pentacles are the slowest moving agenda, if you like, of the 4 different disciplines in the tarot. 9s are coming toward the ending of a cycle. So for me, this feels as though this is something that could have been on your mind for a long time, or a health project you have been working through or walking towards. And I still feel there's a little bit of time to go, but you've been at this for a long time. So for some of you, it could have been a recovery from an illness. You may have been, it could have even been that some of you work in the health sector, because this could also cover that for health sector workers. And you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, that it's coming, that there is a progression step, or there's a progression in your understanding or awareness of a health modality. Some of you may even be picking up picking up health as a option to either treat yourself or treat others. So healing possibilities, and this could be happening for some of you, because this is one of the messages I'm getting. So many Taurians might be moving into health as a way of moving forward for themselves, for better health, and for others as becoming a practitioner. So that was an interesting bunch of messages that arrived. If we come over here to finances and career, we see the Justice card, the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, sort of possibly crossing or doing something, interacting with this other four, the Four of Pentacles. Now this one says manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money, help out those who are less fortunate, because the Four of Pentacles is often a card about feeling anxious about our money, or how we're spending it, or how it comes in, or how many bills are there, or are we earning as much as we used to. So the Four of Swords is not dissimilar in terms of it creates a little bit of mental anxiety or tension. He's often taking a break of some sort and finding some relief. Now, relief can often be found in positive thinking or meditation or being mindful or having practices that ground you and balance you and enable the release of anxiety around potential things such as our finances or career. I understand that as we move forward, many people around the globe are going to face a time of uncertainty. And Taurians, you like knowing you have a financial stability. Money and possessions can be quite not necessarily important to you, but you gain a sense of pleasure and enjoyment from having them around, and things that you treasure and like. They don't have to be worth a lot of money, but those material aspects of life are part of your dynamic of life as well. And some of you may be feeling anxious or tense about that at the moment. So there's a degree in here of being calm, of taking stock, of being logical and sensible. And also when the card says help out those less fortunate than yourself, by being involved in the act of giving, you can actually release some of your own tension, and when we give, in turn we begin to receive again. So if some of you have felt fearful or frightened or worried or stuck or feeling as though not enough is coming in, or you're perhaps not earning enough, then move out of that worry state and move into a more positive mindset and perhaps give something. Now, giving doesn't have to mean financial. It can be giving of your time, so uplifting something in terms of a voluntary service. And there's a lot of that required in various ways right now around the world. And in fact, even giving something could be as simple as going out at night, like they have been doing across the UK and in Italy, and at 7 p.m. clapping for the health workers. That's giving. That's giving love and support and encouragement, and just letting them know the grateful thanks for the work they've done. So that's what that could mean. This Four of Swords can also sometimes mean an interjection of sorts, so something that comes in that changes the direction of a situation or an event that's taking place. And because this came in on the side, it may be that something is coming that changes a current situation around your finances. Now, sometimes this card here can also mean being loaned some money, being gifted some money from family members, or from someone who would like something in repayment, like even if it meant you visited them or you gifted them a piece of your furniture or something along those lines. So there could be something coming whereby you have to sign something or agree to something around a prospect of your career. So it could be a change in your career with new job terms or descriptions that could be coming in as well for you. The Three of Cups is often called the community card, so it affects more than just one person. Often 3 people are involved, and sometimes 3 ladies. This is called the sisterhood card as well, so there could be this governing feeling of you working with some people, or people having respect or care for you as well, and working in a cooperative or forming a group that is positive and balanced. It's a great card of support and nourishment. It can be a card where 3 people team up to produce some sort of ideas or concepts or patterns, even a working roster that might take place, that you end up working with these people who could become lifelong friends or great supporters of you or the work you do together, or something, a new project you're assigned to. It could also be the concept of a new way forward with either your career or your money or how you've been investing it, that is based on an emotional bond of some sort or a friendship. When the Justice card comes out, it's one of the major arcanas, and you didn't have that many in your reading. I think you've only got 2, that one and the Devil. The Justice card is very much about things being brought back into balance, and we talked about that over here, that there seemingly was something that needed to be rebalanced again. Well, this is the card of bringing balance into situations that have been around perhaps for a long time, also possibly with an air sign person, and we talked about this with this King of Swords. And if it's not an air sign sun person, it might be their moon or rising as well. This balance is karmic, and it's been going on for some time. It can cross timelines and also lifetimes. It can also represent the need to be turning up to somewhere like a court of law or going through some legal procedure. This card can often turn up if there's a divorce proceedings or a family court being heard, or children going through, like custody battles, businesses that might be requiring intervention, legal intervention. It's often signing of documents in a court area or procedure, but it usually bodes quite well when it's in terms for yourself. So if this is in your finances and career sector, it might be indicating that someone you either work with or for, or a business that you've been associated with, or a company might be making changes, or something deep could be happening in the restructuring or the goings on behind the scenes. It could have been hidden agenda stuff, pretty much like this card over here. It might be that managers or CEOs or the top executives might be changed about. There could be big changes coming there, but it's like it will benefit somehow in the long run, something that you're doing or involved in. If this is to do with your personal finances, it could be that some of you have been waiting on legal hearings to do with money that could have been owed to you, whether it was owed by family members, or whether it was through something like a gifting, or whether it was part of a will and you hadn't been considered appropriately, or it had been hidden knowledge that might be coming to light as well. It's a card of destiny, and it brings clearance. So something quite deep in the background that's been forming like an attachment or has been holding something back is freed up. And in terms of this as finances and or career, that's the area that we're looking at that it could be working in. Come to relationships, we had the Devil, the Six of Cups, the Six of Coins crossed. It's funny that we had 2 4s over there and 2 6s here, and then another 2. So you've had quite a lot of 4s, 6s and 2s. The Two of Cups is a beautiful card in terms of relationships. It says falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So a lot of different perspectives or openings that this card can give itself away to. So for some of you, this is new love opportunities coming in. If you're already in a relationship but it hasn't been going so well, it says don't give up. This can be healed, this relationship. For others of you, it's the deepening of a committed relationship that already exists. It's the deep bond of soulmates that have been together through many lifetimes, and you may feel this. It may be awakened in your soul. You may become aware of it. It doesn't have to just be your love interest. It can be people within a family or a community, or even just a deep friendship, even actually someone on the street you pass. You never know how the meeting is being arranged or what depth it can take with it. Now, if we come to these other ones, I've moved them there and I forget what way they were all laying, but I think it was the Six of Coins that was moving across it like this. So again, I'm thinking finances could somehow be part of a situation that may play out in your relationships. And again, this is the card of giving and receiving, very much like we talked about a little bit over here when we said something might be resolved in terms of a legal binding situation, and it finally gets aired, or it finally gets to court, or it gets accepted, or it gets rewritten. Well, we've got the same feeling over here that somewhere, and it's still forming or coming, you might get given back something that was taken off you, or you might give something out that you've been holding on to, because this is the card of giving and receiving. So once we do that, we create the flow in life. And that's not just giving and receiving money, it's giving and receiving emotions, time, understanding, knowledge, awareness, gratitude, love, everything. So because this card kind of crossed it, I still feel there's something being involved about opening something up and feeling more give and take being involved. Now we come to this card down here with the Devil card in the relationship sector, and often this card is about lack of balance and not being give and take equally. This can either be ourselves, our shadow self, and dealing with things like obsessions or addictions. Can be a time, and especially with the pressure that we're all under now, this could be a time when little things like this pop up again and start to annoy us, like we're going, why do we let ourselves fall into this when we're under pressure? So it can be a little bit of a hidden agenda going on. You're either hiding it yourself from others, or you're wanting to hide from it. You don't want this to pop up again. But if it's not you and your shadow self, then this can be another person who is causing interference or negativity within a relationship. Now, they can be obsessive, or they can be abusive, and it can be emotional abuse or physical or spiritual abuse. And that's why when we saw this over here, I feel as if the cycle of give and take was still a little bit out of balance, but it's coming back in. And the final message down here says, don't give up, your relationship can be healed. So this person who's involved here, and sometimes this is a Capricorn energy, but this energy that's involved here that could be causing out of balance or out of kilter addictions or obsessions from their own perspective. We come back to this whole thing over here again. It could be this person still. And there's a possibility that there will be some healing take place or a shift. It feels as though the shift is there somewhere, but it hasn't cemented itself yet. I think it's still got work to do and time to do. But don't give up if you're wanting some sort of healing to take place. You know, work with it. Try and use communication, or try and use mediation, or even litigation. There will be a lifting of this energy at some point. We go to the Six of Cups, which is often, again, it's about love and emotions, and it can often be referring to going back in time, back to the past. Now, I said at the beginning we were going into retrograde energy with all these planets coming up. So this might be referring to revisiting a situation to try and heal it or clear it or unblock it or understand it. So that could be going on in terms of relationship energies that you want to shift or evolve or understand. It can also represent going back in time to places that you used to visit when you were young. Now, sometimes this can be a mental journey, and you go back to see how something was being experienced from the perspective of a child or a family when you were younger. It can be that old lovers come back on the scene at this time as well, so there's a possible reconnection there, and that's what that card may well be representing. Falling in love or making a commitment, and this could be with someone who you've already been with in the past, so that's a possibility. Then we also talk about children in this card, and it's the innocence of love and remembering to be in that place and to feel the warmth of harmony and peacefulness and the joyfulness that children can have. And when we embellish those energies, we start to find this glorious energy coming back into our lives. That happiness, harmony, support, love, and cherishing. So I feel as though there's like a cycle going on throughout the whole reading at this point that involves relationships around you, some of which may be tied up with your work and career, but others that might be personal, that seem to be like infiltrating through a whole different bevy of realm within your life, including your career or your finances and how you deal with them, and how your health deals with it, and also your relationships.